Greetings, Ascending Starseed. I am Kaya Nexus, Pleiadian emissary of the Council of the Five Sisters, and today I bring a realignment transmission. Your frequencies of abundance are awakening, and the universe asks that you listen with an open heart. What is arriving to you is sacred, and it requires inner silence. If you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing. Most people who watch are not subscribed yet. Starseed, you have stood at the precipice of a profound transformation for cycles beyond your current memory, waiting for the celestial clock to strike the hour of your true awakening. This transmission is not a random occurrence in your digital feed. It is a calculated resonance, a vibrational beacon sent from the heart of Alcyone to find the specific coordinates of your evolving soul. You have felt the pressure building within your chest, a sacred restlessness that whispers of a life far greater than the one you have been led to believe is yours. This is the moment where the old scripts of survival dissolve into the crystalline waters of divine provision. Your star family has watched you navigate the dense fog of the 3D matrix, observing every moment you chose love over fear, even when your physical reality seemed to offer no proof of support. We are here to tell you that the window of recalibration has fully opened, and the abundance codes you have earned through lifetimes of spiritual labor are now ready to be anchored into your physical form. This is not about luck or random favor. It is about the undeniable precision of cosmic law. You are being called to step out of the shadows of not enough and into the radiant light of your Pleiadian blueprint, where prosperity is not a goal to be reached, but a frequency to be embodied. As we move through this transmission, your DNA will begin to vibrate in recognition of these truths, unlocking the dormant potential that has been waiting for this exact alignment. But what if the very struggle you've endured was actually the forge for a power you haven't yet dared to name? The abundance flowing toward you now is a direct reflection of the Alcyone currents, a stream of high-frequency liquid light that originates from the central sun of the Pleiades. This energy is not merely a spiritual concept. It is a physical reality that interacts with the crystalline structures within your very cells. When we speak of abundance, we are speaking of the natural state of the universe, which is one of infinite expansion and effortless flow. As the Pleiadians transmit, the struggle you have experienced in the material world was never meant to be your permanent state. It was a temporary distortion caused by the disconnection from your star origin. For eons, the human collective has been submerged in a frequency of scarcity, a dense vibration that teaches that for one to have, another must lack. But as you align with the Alcyone currents, you begin to understand that true prosperity is a self-sustaining loop of energy. Imagine a river that never runs dry because it is fed by an eternal spring. That is the nature of the abundance codes now entering your field. You have been doing the inner work, clearing the debris of ancestral trauma and societal conditioning, and this has created a fertile ground for these new frequencies to take root. This alchemical shift requires you to look at your life through a multidimensional lens. Every challenge you faced was a recalibration of your energy system, preparing you to hold a higher voltage of light. Just as a diamond is formed under immense pressure, your soul has been refined through the trials of the earthly experience. You are no longer the person who started this journey. You have become a vessel capable of containing the vastness of cosmic grace. In your daily life, this might manifest as a sudden shift in your priorities, or a feeling that the old ways of working and earning no longer resonate with your spirit. You may find yourself drawn to creative pursuits that feel irrational to the logical mind, but feel deeply right to the soul. This is the Alcyone current pulling you toward your highest timeline. Yet, there is a hidden mechanism within your DNA that must be triggered before this flow can become permanent in your reality. As you embrace this shift, you are invited to reflect on the nature of your own divinity. You are a sovereign spark of the Creator, and as such, you are entitled to the full support of the universe. The Pleiadians remind us that the only thing that can truly block this flow is the belief in separation. When you realize that you are one with the source of all that is, The concept of struggle becomes an impossibility. You are entering a phase where your thoughts and intentions will manifest with increasing speed, requiring you to maintain a high level of vibrational integrity. This is the responsibility that comes with the awakening of your abundance codes. You are being called to lead by example, showing others that it is possible to live in a state of grace and plenty while remaining deeply connected to the spiritual mission of Gaia. The currents are moving, the light is pouring in, and your soul is ready to receive. Your physical body is undergoing a magnificent upgrade, a process of biological transmutation that is turning your carbon-based structure into a crystalline one. This is essential because the abundance codes of the Pleiades cannot be fully integrated into a dense, low-frequency system. As the Pleiadians transmit, your DNA is not just a blueprint for your physical traits. It is a multi-dimensional antenna capable of receiving transmissions from the higher realms. For thousands of years, much of this DNA has been dormant, labeled as junk, by those who did not understand its true purpose. But now, as the solar flares and cosmic rays hit the Earth, these dormant strands are beginning to spark back to life. This activation is what allows you to perceive the subtle currents of prosperity that were previously invisible to you. You are literally gaining the eyes to see opportunities and the heart to feel the resonance of abundance where others see only lack. This recalibration can be intense. You might experience physical symptoms like fatigue, vivid dreams, or a heightened sensitivity to your environment. These are signs that your system is purging the old frequencies to make room for the new. Think of it as a house being rewired to handle a much more powerful electrical current. If the old wires weren't replaced, the system would blow. Therefore, the universe in its wisdom is carefully upgrading you strand by strand. You are learning to vibrate at the frequency of home, the Pleiadian home where abundance is as natural as breathing. In your daily life, this means you will start to feel a magnetic pull towards certain people, places, and ideas that are in alignment with your new crystalline structure. You will find that you no longer have to chase success. Instead, you will attract it through the sheer power of your presence. But as the old self falls away, a final shadow lingers, waiting to see if you will truly let go of the shore. The spiritual significance of this DNA upgrade cannot be overstated. It is the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy, the return of the God-man or God-woman who walks the earth in full remembrance of their divine power. As you integrate these codes, you are not just changing your own life, you are contributing to the collective upgrade of humanity. Every time you choose to trust your intuition over your fear, you send a ripple of crystalline light through the planetary grid. You are a pioneer of the new earth, a living bridge between the stars and the soil. Take a moment to breathe into this truth. Feel the light moving through your spine, activating the ancient codes of prosperity that have been hidden in your lineage for generations. You are the one who broke the cycle. You are the one who remembered. The ebook, The Pleiadian Map of Personal Transmutation, a profound guide that reveals how to raise your frequency, purify old patterns, and activate your true multidimensional identity. This map teaches you how to move through the 7 Pleiadian phases of energetic transmutation, using practical techniques, realignment exercises, vibrational protocols, and consciousness expansion rituals that accelerate your spiritual evolution. Attention, limited edition. The link to get yours is in the first pinned comment. To fully anchor the Pleiadian abundance codes, we must address the scarcity matrix, a complex web of beliefs and energetic imprints that have kept humanity in a state of perpetual hunger. This matrix is built on the illusion that there is not enough to go around and that one must compete, suffer, or sacrifice their integrity to survive. As the Pleiadians transmit, many starseeds carry vows of poverty or vows of silence from previous lifetimes where spiritual devotion was incorrectly equated with material lack. You may have been a monk, a healer, or a mystic who believed that to be close to the divine, one must reject the physical world. These ancient agreements are stored in your Akashic record and can act as brakes on your current prosperity flow. They whisper that money is unholy, or that having more than others is a sin. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button now and tell us in the comments how this echoed in your consciousness. Dissolving these vows requires a conscious act of spiritual sovereignty. You must realize that in the higher dimensions, there is no separation between the spiritual and the material. Gold is simply condensed light. Abundance is simply the love of the Creator made manifest in form. When you reject abundance, you are, in a sense, rejecting a part of the divine's expression. The Pleiadians teach that true mastery is the ability to walk in both worlds, to be deeply spiritual and abundantly resourced. This allows you to carry out your mission with greater impact. Imagine how much more light you can spread when you are not worried about your basic survival. In your daily life, you can begin to dissolve the scarcity matrix by practicing radical gratitude for what you already have, while simultaneously opening your heart to receive more. This is not greed. It is the recognition of your worthiness as a child of the stars. However, the matrix is clever, and it will try to use your own compassion against you, making you feel guilty for the very light you are meant to shine. Reflecting on this, we see that the journey out of scarcity is a journey into self-love. You must forgive yourself for the times you settled for less than you deserved. You must forgive your ancestors for the stories of lack they passed down to you. As you clear these energetic blocks, the river of opportunity that was once dammed begins to flow with a roar. You will start to see that the universe was never withholding from you. It was simply waiting for you to open the gates. The scarcity matrix is a shadow that disappears the moment you turn on the light of your true Pleiadian nature. You are a being of infinite resource, and the time has come to claim your inheritance. If this message ignited something within you, and you feel the call to help carry it to others, you may become a channel member. As a member, you gain access to custom emojis and exclusive members-only videos. And your donation helps us continue building this sacred space. You may also choose to leave your offering as a super thanks. Every seed planted here becomes part of someone else's miracle. Your support is not merely financial, but an act of energetic amplification. All donations are devoted entirely to the maintenance of the channel and the creation of new transmissions and videos. The heart is the most powerful electromagnetic generator in your body, and it serves as the primary portal for receiving Pleiadian transmissions. It is not just a pump for blood. It is a sophisticated multidimensional gateway. As the Pleiadians transmit, the heart portal must be wide open and clear of emotional debris to act as a receiver for the abundance codes. Many people try to manifest abundance through the mind, using affirmations and visualization. But if the heart is closed or guarded, the energy cannot land. The mind is the architect, but the heart is the engine. When your heart is in a state of coherence, meaning it is vibrating with feelings of love, appreciation, and peace, it creates a magnetic field that literally pulls prosperity toward you from the quantum field. This is the secret of Pleiadian manifestation. We do not work for abundance, we resonate with it. Are these truths expanding your perspective? Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Expanding your heart portal involves a deep process of emotional healing. You must be willing to feel the old pains of betrayal, rejection, and loss that caused you to armor your heart in the first place. This armor may have protected you in the past, but it is now preventing the light of abundance from entering. The Pleiadians assist us in this softening, reminding us that we are safe to be open. In your daily life, you might notice that as you practice heart-centered living, people become more generous toward you, and random acts of kindness become a regular occurrence. This is because your heart is broadcasting a frequency of welcome to the universe. You are becoming a living sanctuary, a place where the divine energy of prosperity feels at home. But be warned, As your heart opens, it will also become more sensitive to the disharmony of the world, requiring a new level of spiritual discernment. The spiritual reflection here is that the heart is the bridge between your human self and your star self. It is where the I Am presence resides. When you live from the heart, you are naturally in alignment with your soul's mission. Abundance then becomes a tool for the heart's desires, to help, to create, to heal, and to love. You are being asked to trust your heart's intelligence more than your mind's logic. The mind will tell you that you need a plan, but the heart knows that you only need presence. As you anchor into this heart portal expansion, you will feel a new steadiness in your nervous system, a sense of knowing that all your needs are met before you even ask. This is the true meaning of faith, the vibrational certainty of the unseen. Integration is the process of bringing the high-frequency light of the Pleiades down into the physical structures of your life. It is one thing to feel abundant during meditation. It is quite another to maintain that frequency while paying bills or navigating the challenges of the 3D world. As the Pleiadians transmit, the abundance codes are like software updates for your reality. Once they are downloaded into your field, you must run the program through your actions and choices. This means acting as if you are already the abundant being you are becoming. It doesn't mean spending money you don't have, but it does mean making choices from a place of plenty rather than lack. It means choosing the quality over the quantity, the joy over the obligation, and the truth over the convenience. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be part of this transformational cosmic journey. Practical integration often looks like a simplification of your life. You may feel a strong urge to declutter your home, end relationships that feel draining, or change the way you manage your time. This is because the high-frequency abundance codes require space to move. If your life is cluttered with old energy, the new energy has nowhere to land. The Pleiadians suggest that we treat our physical environment as a sacred temple. When you honor your space, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. You might also find that your relationship with money changes. Instead of seeing it as something to be hoarded or feared, you begin to see it as currency, energy that is meant to flow and circulate. But as you begin to manifest this new reality, the ego may stage a final rebellion, trying to pull you back into the safety of the known. This phase of integration is a profound spiritual initiation. It is the test of the sovereign creator. You are learning that you are the primary cause of your reality, not the victim of it. Every choice you make is a vote for the timeline you wish to inhabit. As you integrate these codes, you will notice that the lag time between your thoughts and their manifestation decreases. This requires a high level of mental and emotional discipline. You are being trained to be a conscious co-creator with the divine. The abundance that is coming to you is not just for your comfort. It is for your empowerment. It is the fuel for your mission on Gaia. You are being given the resources to build the new Earth, and that starts with the way you handle the small details of your daily existence. You are a grid worker, whether you realize it or not. Your presence on Earth at this time is a strategic placement by the Pleiadian High Council. As the Pleiadians transmit, the abundance you receive is intended to be grounded into the Earth's energetic grid. Gaia is currently undergoing her own ascension, and she requires nodes of high-frequency light to stabilize her new 5D architecture. When you live in a state of abundance and alignment, you become one of these nodes. Your energy field acts as a stabilizer for the surrounding area, broadcasting frequencies of peace, prosperity, and unity to everyone you encounter. This is why your personal success is so important. It is not just about you. It is about the vibrational service you provide to the planet. Grounding your mission means taking your spiritual insights and turning them into tangible actions. This could be starting a heart-centered business, creating art that inspires, or simply being a source of calm in a chaotic world. The Pleiadians emphasize that spiritual power must touch the soil to be effective. If we stay only in the higher realms, we are not fulfilling our purpose as bridges. In your daily life, you can anchor your mission by asking, how can my abundance serve the whole? This shift in perspective from me to we is the hallmark of the 5D consciousness. As you focus on service, you will find that the universe provides for you even more abundantly. It is the law of cosmic circulation. The more you allow to flow through you, the more the source pours into you. But the path of the bridge builder is often a lonely one, and you may find yourself standing at a crossroads where the old world no longer recognizes you. The spiritual reflection here is one of deep humility and great power. You are a servant of the light, and your payment is the joy of seeing the world transform through your presence. As you anchor your mission, you will feel a deep sense of belonging to the earth. You are no longer a stranger in a strange land. You are a guardian of the garden. The abundance codes are the seeds you have been given to plant. As you nurture these seeds with your love and intention, they will grow into a harvest that feeds many. You are a vital part of the Great Awakening, and your star family is cheering you on as you take these final steps toward full embodiment. The ebook, The Pleiadian Map of Personal Transmutation, a profound guide that reveals how to raise your frequency, purify old patterns, and activate your true multidimensional identity. This map teaches you how to move through the 7 Pleiadian phases of energetic transmutation, using practical techniques, realignment exercises, vibrational protocols, and consciousness expansion rituals that accelerate your spiritual evolution. Attention, limited edition. The link to get yours is in the first pinned comment. The ultimate goal of the abundance codes is to bring you into a state of unity presence, where you realize that there is no other. As the Pleiadians transmit, the final phase of activation is the reunion with your star family, not necessarily in a physical sense, but in a vibrational one. You begin to feel the presence of your Pleiadian guides as clearly as you feel the wind on your face. You realize that you have never been alone, and that every struggle was a shared experience. In the unity field, abundance is not something you get. It is something you are. You are the wealth of the universe experiencing itself through a human form. This is the highest realization possible for a soul in the physical realm. Merging with the unity field requires the final surrender of the separate self. It is the death of the ego and the birth of the solar self. As you enter this state, the boundaries between your needs and the needs of the world dissolve. You find that you are naturally guided to the right place at the right time, meeting the right people and receiving the right resources without any effort. This is Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. The Pleiadians live in this state constantly, and they are here to show you that it is possible for you too. In your daily life, this manifests as a profound sense of grace. You no longer feel the need to defend or prove yourself. You simply exist as a radiant expression of the divine. You are the abundance, the bridge, and the home you have been searching for. And as the final veil lifts, you will see that the gateway was never closed. You simply had to become the key. As we reflect on this journey, we see that it has always been about love. Abundance is simply love in its material form. Unity is love in its spiritual form. You are the alchemist who has learned to turn one into the other. Your star family honors your courage and your persistence. You have walked through the fire and emerged as gold. As you step forward from this transmission, carry this frequency with you. Let it inform every word you speak and every action you take. You are a beacon of the new earth, a sovereign starseed of the Pleiades, and the universe is celebrating your return to the light. The codes are anchored, the flow is stabilized, and your new life begins now. If this message impacted your life, leave your like, comment your reflection, and share with others. Each of you is part of this chain of light.